What's going on, Juice Gang? Happy Tuesday, happy post-Easter weekend. Let's talk production delivery report for Tesla. Is it an epic failure as we look at the cherry blossoms in the back? Spring is finally sprung in Vancouver. Okay, 386,000, you've probably seen it by now. Is it an epic fail by Tesla? Now, first, like I said this morning on Twitter, follow me there if you don't, @HatesYashu. It is not a good report. There's no way to slice and dice it as a good report. It's quite ugly. Now, Tesla cites partial reasons as to what has happened here. They say, well, we had issues with the arson attack in Berlin. We had an issue with the Red Sea conflict, and that's partially responsible. The key word that I think a lot of people are missing in there is partially. They're not blaming this entire 50,000 chasm between production and deliveries being 385-ish, 386-ish thousand, on these conflicts or these supply chain issues. They're partially blaming it on that. Now, the minute Elon hinted, and he actually made it mandatory for all Tesla employees to give everyone full self-driving demos before delivery, the cat was out of the bag, right? Genie was out of the bottle. People knew, okay, well, if this is happening, then you really know it's been slow at these delivery centers. Now, how much of this is a function of Tesla's refresh Model 3 and Tesla continuing to pile up inventory of the old cars as they try to obviously transition to the refresh model? A lot of this weakness probably stems from the US. And is it systemic? That's kind of the issue. Now, in the long run, I don't have really any hesitations still with Tesla's growth of their EV business in the long haul. I still don't envision a scenario in 10 years from now that we don't look at Tesla's unit economics and we go, or the unit deliveries, and we go, wow, what an epic failure, Tesla fizzled out. I do not see that happening. If anything, I see EV proliferation continuing here. In fact, if I probably even point down the road, you probably see a Tesla pass by every other minute, right? So I don't think that's gonna happen. But the short-term hiccups and bumps and roller coasters have really exacerbated a lot of the people's feelings towards Elon, namely. I'm seeing a lot of sentiment about people just putting direct blame on Elon for it today and his politics. And maybe it's better discussion for us on a live stream to talk about rather than me talking on a talking head video. But, I think the bigger issue at hand, and I tweeted this out, is not production deliveries for this quarter, because that was ugly. It's Elon and his comp plan and his investedness at Tesla. He said on Twitter publicly, notoriously to the man you're talking to himself, he replied to my tweet and he said, 25% voting control is what I want. Otherwise, I'm scared to build within Tesla, especially with AI, and not having enough control over where that goes. I think the appeal process in Delaware is still under wraps. I don't know how long that'll be, maybe a year, who knows. And I think that is the bigger overhang, really, rather than production deliveries. And yes, will Tesla have to reduce price? Probably. Will the refresh, or will the old model that sits around with the refresh out now kind of get stagnant? Maybe, but I think these things will sort itself out. Does Tesla need to set up the next gen vehicle ASAP? Yes. These things are all true. And it's not like the car industry is doing hot anyways. You look at BYD, their EV sales are down 40-something% year over year. So, we live in a world where it's a macro, but that doesn't excuse Tesla for performance, right? I think we have to be intellectually honest there. Now, as you guys know, I've been trying out FSD. I'll have actual real FSD video footage on the channel soon. But FSD version 12 is, and I don't really want to make this whole video about that, but it's really mind-boggling. And go listen to my review if you haven't already, my last video. Now, one piece of news that we are getting from Chris Zhang on Twitter, who's notoriously given us a lot of Tesla China insights in the past. He tweets, I'm not sure how much credibility there is to this just yet. He says that Elon's having a meeting tonight talking about, and for some reason he says Q1 2027, like far out terms outlook. And maybe he means 2025, I don't know. But I'm going to keep a watch on that if Elon is having a Tesla meeting tonight, whether it's a board meeting, all hands on deck meeting, something like that. Keep your eyes and your ears peeled for that. Perhaps we get some news about outlook or overall marketing strategy or whatever it might be, because it seems like there's some guidance needed here at these times. And what this means, by the way, for the stock, down about 5% today. I thought we'd actually be down a little bit more, and by the time you watch this, maybe we had been. But what this means for the stock is EPS revisions are going to continue to come down. Outlook volume for the 2024 fiscal year are going to continue to come down. And what that probably means is between now and earnings, a stagnation, if not a further decline of the stock. The strengthening levels I'm looking at are closer to 150, and if not 150, then down to 120 level. So we'll see if 150 first even comes or goes, right? Because we have to go step by step here, but it's something in the earnings that can surprise, and I'll make a different video on this, is FSD recognition. Now that FSD is not beta, it's supervised. Can they fully recognize FSD revenue? And if so, that might be a massive unlocking of EPS coming out for Tesla. Remember, high margin software. And then the trial, the 1 month free trial, how many people convert into a subscription? I know I will, at least for the first month. You guys know I barely drive. On my car, I took delivery in 2020, end of 2020. I think I have 22,000, 25,000 if I round up, 1,000 kilometers. I don't know, so cut that in half from my miles friends in that many years. So we don't do a lot of driving, but man, is FSD fun. And so I'm really enjoying the one month free trial, and maybe there's a lot of people like me that might try it for a couple months, and that could be incrementally huge for Tesla. I mean, it could really be, it easily be billions of dollars worth of margin for Tesla, should enough people convert. Okay, thought to get this video out with hot off the press news, and I'll catch you the next one. Now sign off, hit like and subscribe on your way out. Peace out.